Combustion by Meshuggah. That song that got us all going like.
Hello there, friends. As I said, the song we'll discuss today is Combustion by Meshuggah. This song opens the absolutely amazing Obzen album, and boy oh boy did it get me questioning the meaning of life.
Also, I was considering on doing like a huge Meshuggah episode with like 1,000,000 of their songs. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like.
I'll go through this song in a chronological manner, simply because it's part of the reason it's such an interesting piece. It starts off with this riff. When I hear this riff, I have no reason to think that the main pulse is anything other than this. But then, of course, I am provided with a reason. Listen to the hi-hat on the second repeat. What the hell is going on?
I mean, the hi-hat is usually the instrument you count in with. It's like the real-life version of doing this. Does anyone actually do that? Anyway, a hi-hat counting the main beats of the song is something very common that all drummers do. So when the hi-hat in this song came in exactly not where I expected it to come in, it made me wonder. Either my assumption of where the main beats are is wrong, or it's some kind of musical joke or something, but I don't know, these guys don't strike me as the funniest bunch. At least not musically. So, I'm just gonna keep on listening, and I'll see what comes next.
Oh boy, this doesn't make it any easier. This is what the drums are playing. If you hear the groove this way, it's a super traditional metal groove. This is the snare and this is the kick, by the way. And if you hear the groove this way, well, it's a super traditional metal groove, which is just the mirror image of the previous one.
And there's this accent. But it can be considered as a downbeat or as an upbeat, so it doesn't really help us with finding out what the main beats are.
So this groove makes sense in both ways, which means we still don't know where the main beats are. We just gotta keep listening, I guess, and look for more clues. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have a halftime groove.
Oh, thank you! Finally a clue I can work with. When the groove is in halftime, we can safely assume that the snare hits are on 2 and 4. So with that knowledge, we can just put a click on it and find out accurately where the main pulses are.
So here's that halftime groove again with a click track. This groove continues straight into the intro guitar pattern again, and by leaving the click on, it reveals the hidden rhythmic context of the intro. which means this is the correct drum groove, where beat 1 is here. So the cool thing about this song is the fact that you can hear it in two totally different ways that are a 16th note apart, and both are almost equally legit. Almost. So in version 1, the initial guitar starts on the downbeat, the hi-hat is playing a shifted count, the drum groove looks like this, that accent happens on beat 1, and the halftime groove has a shifted snare. I've been hearing it this way for years. In version 2, the guitar line starts as a 16th note pickup, the hi-hat count is on the beat, the drum groove looks like this, the accent happens a 16th note before beat 1, and the halftime groove has a snare on 2 and 4. I assume the correct version is version 2, just because of that backbeat on the snare, which typically isn't a 16 note after where it always is, and the hi-hat count being where it should, even though I like version 1 better. How did you guys hear it? I'm curious. Don't forget to check out the time-consuming Spotify playlists and keep the suggestions coming because they're amazing. And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.